Thanks for being here. Thanks for taking time out for us. I know you got a busy schedule. You're touring the world. You're out everywhere right now. And then teaming up with Mitski a little bit later this year. But let's talk about you and Portland. What happened the last time you were in Portland? Is there anything worth mentioning?
I mean, honestly, whenever I come here, I like have a very specific routine where I get up, I get at least like 5 coffees from 5 different places because it's like the best coffee in the world. I'll go to Powell's, the band and I will have order in sizzle pie for dinner and just have pizza and just wander around. Like this is definitely one of the number one spots that we have.
That's cool,
in
yeah.
America. Yeah, dude.
Let's make it a residency, right?
Yeah. Let's go.
I was going to ask you about Powell's because you're a writer of songs and poems and a big fan of reading, as you might know or might not know. But how lost do you get in that bookstore? I mean, it's pretty intense.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably one of my favorite bookstores in the world. Like, it's one of my routines every time I'm in a new city to try and find like a small independent bookshop or just like buy a book almost in every city. So I have to leave space in my suitcase for that because that's a lot. But yeah, no, it's a magical place for sure.
Also, when you think Portland, I don't know if you put it together when you come here, one of your influences in Elliott Smith.
Of course.
Rooted here. Tell us about that influence and where you became so familiar with his work.
Yeah, I think I was probably about 16 or so. And the first song that I heard was Speed Trials of Either Or. And that was kind of around the time that I was learning guitar and recording in my bedroom. And there was something so raw about it. Like it felt like you were just sitting with him in his room as he was like feeling his way around. And I think that's what kind of inspired me to be so heart open in terms of the way that I write. And yeah, on my 18th birthday, I got a little Either Or tattoo, which my mum was not pleased with, but I carry him with me every day. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's a special place, this town of Portland. But thank you for taking time out for us today. I want to ask you about a quote that it came up in an interview. You said, "When I write, I have to be by myself." And so you can't write on a plane or on a tour bus. Do you have to go hide away when you write?
Well, it's interesting because when I first started writing, I had access to that solitude, but nowadays I don't really have it. I mean, I'll definitely, like, before a show, I'll be in my dressing room and I'll kind of take a little second to work at things by myself, but I've had to kind of get used to, like, kind of creating my own little bubble, whether it be, like, at the airport or when traveling, because I feel like inspiration always strikes in just very random moments, so, yeah.
So tell me that I'm not a writer, obviously. I'm a dumb DJ on the radio, but it's not funny. I try really hard. What's the biggest difference between writing a song and a poem, or is there a difference?
I think for me, like when it comes to a song, there is this sense of structure, and you often have to distill a very like vast, complicated idea into maybe like one line of a hook, a chorus. But with poetry, just the way that I approach it, because obviously there's a lot of form to poetry, but the way that I approach it is very much just unfiltered in that way. And so the thoughts and ideas that I want to kind of remain untouched and kind of ramble through, stay with poetry. And then with songs, it's the ideas that I feel like I can kind of condense into fragments.
Does a poem end up being a song and vice versa?
Sometimes a poem will be a song, but I feel like a song doesn't necessarily translate to a poem for me.
Gotcha. Now you guys know how to write songs and poems. Thank you so much for being here, taking time out. It means a lot to us. Arlo Parks, one more time. Thank you.
Thank you.